Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to change this power LED from red to yellow. So that's the new project here. So first off, let's look at the LED light. There's 2 pins, and without getting too technical and whatnot, basically the longer pin is your positive and the shorter pin is your negative. There's an anode and a cathode. Anode is the longer one, cathode is the shorter one. But anyway, positive longer, negative shorter. So what we need to do is open up the portable, and then we need to get to the board here. You're gonna need to remove all of the screws from the bottom. You can see all those holes there. They all need to come out. Once they come out, get this out of the way. Then this little guy is going to just fold open. Hold on one sec, let me turn that off. So it'll just fold open like this. There's gonna be a few wires on the inside that you're going to need to disconnect from this board here. You have this black power wire right there, and you can kind of see it there. So all you need to do is pop that off just like that. This whole thing should come apart just like that. Okay, so let's flip this over. As you can see, I've done some work on this thing already. I've put in a arcade button, I put in the little relay for the button. But what we need to do is we need to get to this board here. We need to get to the LED. So there's some screws right here. We're gonna need to get that out, and we'll see where this LED light is. This guy here. This guy here. Here. Okay, flip it over. So our LED light is right there. So that means that our 2 contact points are right here, 1 and 2. So we need to figure out which one is the positive and which one is the negative. If you're looking at an LED light, it is actually round all the way here, but on one side, the side that is negative, there's a little flat edge there. So if you see that, you see that little flat edge? That's where your negative is. So the negative looks like it is right here. Okay, so you have your 2 pins. It's the outside pin right here. That is your negative pin. So we know that that is negative just because of the marking on the LED light, which is super cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to mark that myself so that I don't get lost. So I'm just gonna put a little black dot right next to it so I know, hey, look, there's my negative, okay? So now what we need to do is we need to desolder this from the board. We just disconnect this board completely, so it's a lot easier for me to get to the LED light. So I'm just gonna wiggle those out. Boom, it'll come right out. So now that's out of there, and we can get closer to the LED light. Okay, so now that I got the board out, I can get this a little closer for you. So like I said, if you're looking at the LED light itself, you can kind of see that flat edge right there, and that is your negative there. So if we flip this over, I already marked it, so that is my negative. So I need to desolder these 2 contacts. Okay, so let's get into that. This is called desoldering wick, and what it is it's just copper wire, and you put this on the solder joint, and as it heats up, the solder runs up the wick and pulls it away from the contact there. What you're going to need is a little bit of solder. You'll need to clean the tip of the soldering iron with a damp sponge. And then what we're going to do is put a little bit of solder on this. So give me a sec here. Okay. Now we're just going to put a little bit of solder here on the tip. Just like that. Alright. Now we're going to take the soldering wick and we'll try on the negative first. We'll just put it here and we'll see what happens. And boom, just like that, the solder comes off the board. That was pretty easy, so I don't think I'll even need to use the desoldering vacuum. There we go. So yeah, that was actually really easy. So I'm gonna unplug the vacuum here. So now that that is out, you should be able to wiggle this little LED light out of the board. Be super careful, you know, you don't want to pull. If it's not letting go easy, then you might have to put a little more heat on it because you don't want to rip the little contacts off of the board here. And there we go. Boom. Perfect. So it came right out just like that. It even tells you on the board, if you're looking at the board, you can kind of see right here this little outline. Even here, there's a little flat edge. It's not circular all the way around like a perfect circle. It's got a little flat edge there, so that's going to tell you that that's where the negative goes anyway. So we're going to take this guy out. Let's take the red LED light out of there, and let's try the yellow. Okay, so remember, the longer pin is your positive, the shorter pin is your negative. So we need to thread these wires through those holes right there. So that's what we're gonna do. Just like that. Okay, and now that that's through, we can actually just take one of these little legs here and we can kind of bend it just a little bit so that it kind of stays. And then you can bend this one too, and it kind of stays in place. And that'll hold it in place for you, because what you're gonna do afterwards, you're just gonna clip off the rest of the legs here that you're not gonna need. So, all right, let's solder in the new leads here. So that's going to be really easy. Once again, you want to clean off the tip here. So all we really need to do is just add just a little bit of solder here. We can put a little on the tip here, just like that. And then all we need to do is just put this on the board, just like that. And the solder will just grab, boom, just like that. And then on the other side, a little bit of heat. And then the solder will grab, boom, just like that. So we have it soldered back to the board. So if you're looking here, come on, focus for me. There you go. We have it. It's soldered here, and it's also soldered here. So we have two good contacts made, just like that. And now all we need to do is snip those little pins to get the extra off of there. So we can snip those pins. Let's bend these up a little bit here, and now we can just snip these off. So snip and snip, just like that. Okay, so now we flip this back over. Check it out. Now we got the yellow LED light in there, so that's pretty sweet. So now all we got to do is connect this board back into the PT01 Scratch. Okay, so I have the board back here again. I'll connect these back in. So they're only going to go in one way. So you're just going to push this one in like that. take this one, push this one in like that. Okay. Now we can hook this up. So we just need to zoom this out. So now all we need to do to see if we get power to the light is hook this main cable back to the board here. Okay, so like I said, they only go in one way. Any other way and you're gonna force it, it'll break. So if we did this correctly, the light should light up. If it doesn't light up and it smokes, then we put it in the wrong way, but everything should be good. Okay, so let's see here. I can zoom in a little bit more. So the LED light is right here. Let's turn on the power and boom, there's your yellow light. So sweet. Let me turn off this light so we can see it better. See? All right. Turn off that soldering iron. Okay. So let's reattach this. So let's put the screws back in. One here, and one here. Got this one here. This one here. This one here. This is a little grounding switch here, or like grounding sticker.